towards Jenner, to be honest, but KT Boys showed up. Stats took one game. Zest taking it again. The Protoss is doing their job, essentially.
Yeah. A lot of fans really want KT to win, to have that rivalry match between SKT and KT, the KT Derby, as we like to call it here. The Telecom Wars, another term that people like to call it. But I think that Jenner is still going to take it, but they have to win with one of two players in these next two maps in order to make it happen. Zest does have a lot of momentum from that win. He crushed Maru, and Maru was looking unstoppable. So I think it's like, well, Maru's better than me. He couldn't beat Zest. Can I do it? You know, it takes a lot of confidence to step up and say, yeah, I want to play on Ulrena.
Rogue is the Pro League champion. You know, he shows up in these playoffs and he does his job. He was part of the reason why they upset KT last time and went on to the finals against SKT. So I think he will show up, even though he has his nerves sometimes in best of series and in individual leagues. I think he will show up tonight. He'll show us a good game. The question is, will he win? You know, Protoss is having trouble against Zerg nowadays, definitely. I'm not sure if Zest is one of those guys, though, that's having a ton of trouble. You know, obviously Classic is one of them. Yeah,
Classic is one of those, like, not even, he just doesn't, like, he has no answer. Like,
he needs to practice some more.
He's definitely, that's like his Achilles heel right now. A lot of other Prosses having mixed results. A lot of other Prosses complaining about it on the internet. Not calling out any particular European players out there across the ocean or anything. But, yeah, I feel like Zest is not phased by the matchup. I think this is not a match where Rogue goes, well, I'm really good at ZVP and Protoss can't beat Zerg, so that's why I'm being chosen. I think he's probably got a specific plan for Zest. The way they've chosen their players, like saving him, using Maru early, using SOS early. I think they want to use Rogue as their third player. They want to save him for this map. It's actually worked out perfectly for them to kind of arc into this where he comes out on Ulrena. He can do his sneaky strat.
Yeah.
That's what I'm feeling.
So you're thinking it's definitely going to be Rogue here on Ulrena, right? I'm agreeing with you. I think it will be a nice CVP to play on this map. You get a nice defensive setup there on 3 bases, extend to your 4th eventually. Dusk Towers, though, for Game 7. Would you want to see Trap or Cure?
Trap,
if we're going down this road of Rogue plays Game 6 and he goes out, hypothetically.
I think Trap is my pick here. I think he's looking a little bit better overall. Cure was looking really nice last year during certain seasons, but I think he's not as powerful right now. I think Trap, you have a high chance of winning even sometimes by build order win in PvP. There's
PvP
no good
is
answer.
Not bad. I mean, didn't he have some successful games against Zest in the past?
Yeah, he has.
I think he won 1 in that finals. I'm not exactly sure. It's been a while, but I would agree with you. I don't think you want to go TVP on Dusk Towers. Like, that's one of my main reasons. You know, if you had to pick between the two of them, Trap hasn't been looking all that great recently either, but I mean, you got to use one of them, right?
Yeah, I think they're the last pick, but because
Wolf Creator comes out in Game 7. Carries Jenner on his shoulders.
Hey,
He's
how
like,
many times?
I did it.
How many games did Creator win last season? Weren't they all versus Zest? Every single one?
That's actually true. What is happening, Wolf? The prophecy has come true.
I'm like, that's it. It has to be Creator as the last player.
Zest just like runs out of the booth. He's like, no, I will not play against Creator. You cannot force me to play against Creator.
I didn't even think about that, actually. That just came to my mind suddenly. That was a long time ago, but hey, maybe. I think Rogue is the pick here for Ulrena. Whoa, Trap! Trap! This is not what I expected. No!
It's a trap, guys. Trap coming out on Ulrena, and
we were right about basically every player today in general, except this one I just did not see coming. I don't think Zest will either, but I mean, it's still a good choice because of the reasons I mentioned before about the PvP being kind of a mirror match where maybe they could just knock him out here, then they have other players to rely on for the last game. For Dusk Towers.
Funky, you know, maybe he's got some crazy sniper build that's going to come out here, trap the Stalker with a pylon. I saw someone doing that. I think it was, who's that? Masa did it with the Supply Depot against Sneak.
Yeah, this map is really about the early game in PvP. The rush isn't as small. Sometimes you got to get that pylon wall up to stop the little narrow choke point where you walk through. Timing pushes, counterattacks, that's usually the name of the game. This map, never you get a third base. If you do, it's like really rare. I have never seen a 4th base in a PvP on this map in my entire life, so don't think today's going to be the first time.
Yeah, well, guys, we are jumping into game number 6 here. The players are in the lobby. Trap versus Zest, PvP on Ulrena. Up in the top left, in the red from Jin Air, it is Trap.
And his opponent to the bottom left, in blue for KT Rolster, it is Zest, the Kingslayer. Trying to hang in there for his team. 1 of 3 wins, already snagged it. 2 more to go to bring KT to that finals versus SKT.
Hello, you missed White Day. Sorry. But it's okay.
It's all right.
On White Day, we had an event, Wolf. I'm not sure if you caught that. I think it was me and GTR. Couples coming down could win free movie tickets.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, I did watch the VOD, and I remember someone mentioning something about that.
Whoa!
Gas stolen.
I can't believe Trap let him do that.
That's actually pretty huge. It's really going to mess up his build.
That wasn't even like the earliest probe as well. Like, he kind of just snuck that in there.
That's messy. That should never happen.
I think it was Stats that denied that from Patience in their series. Was very ready to see that. I mean, that's very common on this map, you know?
Yeah.
So
this map is like the closest rush. It's the easiest to deny, and you know where your opponent scouts because it's or spawns because it's 2-player. So the force a 2-gate build. I mean, there's not much else you can do here. You're not going to take like a 1-gate Nexus core or something with those extra minerals. Yeah, plus the fact that he's basically killed 2 probes. They're not mining 3 even now, actually attacking that and more.
5. Yeah, it's a big deal. Zest going to get a nice little lead from this. It looks like his cybernetics core, though, is going to be very delayed in general.
Yeah, he also gets a 2nd gate in response because, like I said, the early game and pressuring and control is so important on this map. A lot of Protosses in Korea favor Stalkers instead of Adepts on this map from their first 2 units because of the control they give, the speed they have, and their durability. Now we do see Trap starts the first Stalker. And, oh my god. It steals the gas. He will lose the probe. And as soon as he has enough money after that Assimilator takes precedent over the 2nd Stalker. Or rather, I'm reading it backwards. It's Trap starts at the top. Zest getting that 2nd Stalker now out. And it is going to be the Stalker choice. Now, Micro, of course, is important when you have these first few harassing units out.
Yeah.
And the Watchtower is going to be the most highly contested point.
And the big thing about getting that gas early is it denies the Mothership Core early on. Or rather, no. The Mothership Core is already... Oh, no. That's right. KT, or rather, Zest has gotten the Mothership Core out. Denies the Mothership Core here for Trap. Getting confused with these colors.
Yeah, it's just the way they were put up on our screen. It's kind of funky, but
yeah. Also, Trap in red, the KT color. Anyway, we do have the Mothership Core now getting a nice scout off here for Zest. There is a pylon going down out here. It is going to be scouted.
And a Robo, which he gets planted first here. So very aggressive what Zest is doing here. This is risky, however. Very risky, but he's he keeps it alive. He has the additional Stalkers coming across the map now. And it's most likely just going to be an Immortal push.
Yeah. We do have another pylon coming down at the bottom of the ramp for Trap. He has a gateway there as well to get in the fast warpins.
Yep.
And so does Zest. And he's got that high ground vision. He's going to deny this probe here. He's got the Mothership Core. He's got the better Stalker count.
Yeah. Oh, a bit of an overextension there by Zest Stalker, but he still gets the 1-for-1. He's probably going to lose this one, though. There's no way to save it. If he turns, he loses it. Oh, this is the way to micro it. That's how you do it. Still going to lose a lot of hit points, though, and actually losing his control of this position. More Stalkers coming in for Trap. Meanwhile, I think this is not a good place for Zest right now.
Yeah, Trap's fine with this. He's like, okay, I'll trade 3 for 3. I'm going to win this fight. You know, I have the control of the high ground. I'll put down my
He's going to photon overcharge this.
Look at this.
He's going for it. 2 more Stalkers coming in alone. Here comes the KT Rolster photon overcharge, though. It's targeting these pylons down. Here's the first warp, and with that gateway, the cannons, or rather the pylons, are canceled.
Oh, and this is such an interesting part because the Stalkers on the right side are zoned out for now, and there's an Immortal in this mix. He's not going to make it another Immortal just yet. Okay, there it is.
All right, there is a Stargate on the way too. He wants to get Void Rays out, but that's going to be a ways away yet.
Yeah, one overcharge there. And I think Zest wants to fight right when that overcharge goes down. There's no more energy on this Mothership core for a while now.
I love this Adept just giving him so much vision. He's actually going Phoenix instead. I guess that will allow him to lift the Immortal up and remove it from the fight. These Stalkers are going to go for Harass meanwhile because he knows he can hold the top of this ramp indefinitely. Smart choice here by Trap.
Can he, though? Does he have the energy? No, he doesn't. KT, or there's Zest moving up the ramp, trying to snipe a bunch of these probes, and he does do so.
Yep, here come those Stalkers. They're not actually targeting probes. He needs to get them on the probe line right now. Here comes the second Immortal. There's no sentry here. There's no way to stop this. The Mothership core is dead. Here comes a Phoenix. He lifts up that Immortal. He wants to target it. It can't barrier while it's up there. Probes off the line here. A few Zealots. He's so desperate right now.
Focuses down that Immortal before it barriers, and a bunch of these Stalkers are in the low, but he's lost too many of his workers, down to 17 now compared to the 22 of Zest.
Yep, Zest winning this fight versus these red Stalkers over here as well because they come over to harass and then he warped in at home. Now he's going to catch them and kill them for free. Very expensive when you're down 4 probes like this. I think a Void Ray, I just think a Void Ray would have been a good choice here. It would have been so solid against what he was up against. Oh! Dancing the Stalkers!
Get out of my game, Trap. That's what Zest is saying. You got a sentry.
That's the scary thing.
Hold the ramp. Maybe Zest just
expands from here, perhaps?
Well, he's making a Warp Prism. I guess he might just try to break the ramp here.
Yeah, it's possible. You can ferry with that. You can also
the micro with the Warp Prism. Even if you get sentryed off or force fielded off, you can micro essentially blink back because the Warp Prism has the range now to do this, and so it's fine.
Yeah, you just ferry. Look at this. He's just going to walk up. There's nothing. Sentry's late. Pick those Stalkers up. Put them in here. Drop them down. Just keep putting those units in the Warp Prism. There's the elevator in. The Oracle here, totally useless. And he's just got too much stuff in here. Plus, the Warp Prism can now go into phase mode for more Warp-ins. And Zest is bringing us to a Game 7. GG!
Zest, he's making it interesting. 2 in a row. Needs to go up against one more Jin Air player here in the finals. In the final game. And I think that player has to be Rogue Wolf.
I think so, and I feel like using Rogue here might have been the better choice. We'll never know. But now, Zest has more momentum than anyone has had with 3-3 back-to-back wins going into Game 7. Maru takes 3 wins, Zest takes 2.
Stats takes 1. Question is, will Zest take 3 or will Rogue take 1 back? This, of course, does decide who makes it into that Gold Challenger match, aka the finals of Round 1 playoffs on Saturday.
It's all down to this. This is the most important moment for both teams. Zest is already revealed. Jin Air has to make the right choice. How do we defeat him? Their last player. The map, as mentioned, is the repeat map, Dust Towers. And you've basically got 2 choices. You've got Cure and you've got Rogue. Creator's on the bench. Unlikely to be him.
Yeah.
Even though he's only beaten Zest like in his career last year. Like beat Zest 2 times.
He's like 5-0 against Zest.
Like
it's like he is the guy actually.
On Creator's Wikipedia page on his 2015 achievement, it says beat Zest twice in best of ones.
I wouldn't even doubt it if you told me that one.
That's what I'd put. I mean, I don't know exactly how many times he beat him, but every time they faced each other, he won. I just still don't have faith in him here. Not right now. Not today. Creator wasn't beating Zest in playoffs in the Silver Challenger matches that were Game 7s. They were just when Prime hit KT, when KT wasn't taking them very seriously.
Yeah. So Maru had to face all 3 races, Protoss, Terran, Zerg. Zest is going to have to do the same if Rogue comes out here. He faced a Terran and Maru, defeated him, beat Trap, a Protoss, and Rogue would be that Zerg player.
Very well said, actually.
Possibly get that last one. Maru looked a little bit tired, didn't have the best build against Zest. Do you think there's a chance that Zest looks a little tired in this last one? I'm not sure.
I don't think so. I think he looked really good. He almost looked flawless in that last game. I think Rogue has to be the guy, though.
I would agree with you there. I think it's got to be him. But looks like we're going to go to a quick break. We'll be right back.